to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Nina.
I'm down a tooth thanks to support from people like you.
So JoJo Siwa, she's not a lesbian. Is anyone surprised?
No.
I'm not. So JoJo Siwa when did she start saying that she was a lesbian? Not too long ago. She did the whole gay pop thing, doing the gay music videos. And
JoJo's lost.
yeah, she would have be walking around with this protect trans kids jacket.
Got her whole head dyed
rainbow colored. She was grifting hard.
Mm-hmm.
She was lesbian grifting hard. Cosplaying as a lesbian.
Hardcore.
I find it quite insulting and tacky.
I think that she's just really young and got thrown into this and she's having her little meltdown. I don't think, I guess for me, I'm not mad. I'm, mildly disappointed. I'm mildly disappointed that we can't just have lesbians these days.
I know. It's always something extra now.
I'm not mad at JoJo Siwa. I'm not like, oh my God. Because every chick around her age goes to college and does the same thing. Mm-hmm. The only difference is she had $1 million to do it with, plus some, and all the eyes in the world. I'm just like, you're a grifter, and maybe keep this kind of stuff private until you know.
She's going through her, not a midlife crisis, but
an experimental phase.
A young life crisis.
Everyone experiments in college. She didn't go to college.
Yeah, but you don't go out in public and be like, I am a lesbian and I'm doing gay pop and watch these lesbian music videos I'm doing.
Celebrity.
Oh, God. You're appropriating lesbianism in order to get attention and make money.
But what if...
That's insulting.
What if it, on the slightest chance, just the slightest chance, she really thought she was, and then she realized she wanted penis?
I don't understand how that works. How?
Because I'm assuming that her parents were really strict and didn't let her see boys. And so she hung out with girls. And then once she finally had, freedom, she was around boys and realized, I want to have sex with this man. I mean,
if you're a lesbian and you say you're a lesbian and then you're around guys and you find them attractive, well, isn't that a hint that you're not gay? I would say so.
We all went through experimenting phases. That's why I guess I'm not mad. We all had to kind of experiment to get to the point that we're at. Mm-hmm. And I know that she also has to. But, the difference is, she could choose not to make it public. But instead, she's just, reveling in it.
We've been trying to say the whole time, gay is not a choice. And this makes it look like it's a choice. It's like slapping us in the face.
If you were to watch anyone from 16 to 30... you would see that it's not a choice. It's a feeling. You don't know it in your soul until you're doing it.
I didn't have to sleep with a guy in order to know I'm gay.
But you dated guys, and that felt like it wasn't quite right. And then you tried it with a woman, and it felt different, right?
Yeah.
I think many of us go through these experiences, and I think that she's going through that experience just more publicly.
But what she did was completely different than what you're talking about, because she made it so public and she made it her identity.
Because if someone was watching you the whole time and giving you millions of dollars and sponsoring you and telling you to do it, and you're 20-something, you're just gonna do it. That's the problem.
And I don't think she should be. I don't think she should be able to get away with that, because you're appropriating gayness and being like, well, it's all fine now. I'm in love with the dude.
What is the punishment you'd like to give her for this?
At least some backlash. At least some public scrutiny.
You're giving her it. You're the public. You're scrutinizing.
More.
Okay, just...
Oh, I know, I know.
They'll give you more.
I know,
I said they'll give you more. And she'll give you more, too. More things to be pissed at in the future that have nothing to do with this kind of thing. She'll do more promoting trans things, which you don't agree with, to go against the community that you agree with. The problem is she is publicizing her relationships. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. It's nothing to do with whatever she wants to fucking fight for. Lady Gaga is not even kind of gay and is over here all over this shit. And no one gives her backlash for that. But it's also because she doesn't sit there and say that she's this and then that and then this and then that. The bigger issue is that JoJo Siwa is 20-something years old, doesn't know left from right because she's had money thrown at her, instructions thrown at her, and now she's sitting here with everyone. I think we should just stop. Not like me, we should stop, because I know that we do this for the content. Mm-hmm. But I think as a community, we should be like, there goes a dumb kid being dumb. It's not like she's stabbing people. She's breaking hearts at the worst. Good luck, kid.
Actually, I'll call it right now.
JoJo Siwa's gonna stab someone.
No. No. I'm saying, here's my prediction. she's going to get dumped.
Stabby. Probably. Well, she'll probably get dumped anyways because this was I always say if you are going into a relationship with someone who's a cheater, they're going to cheat again. And that's what's going to happen here. Is JoJo Siwa's... I don't think this guy... Who is this guy? No one knows. No one knows nor cares who this guy is. The only person with notoriety is JoJo Siwa, which is why he was all over her. And that's why she will be the one to make the call at the end of the day because she has the money, she has the power.
But his masculinity will be threatened.
He had no masculinity. I saw those clips.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Men have their own male ego.
When you're getting royalties from JoJo Siwa, I don't think your masculinity is challenged that
Trust
much.
me, doesn't matter.
Maybe he's a trans woman.
When it comes to... I don't think so. When it comes to men, when there's a woman who is stronger and more dominant and has more money, that does affect the male ego, and that will affect their relationship, which is why I think he will be the one to dump her.
I don't think JoJo's going to call it.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Or we could square up right now.
Oh, heaven forbid we have arguments and disagreements on camera. Does that mean that our relationship is going to be destroyed? You had something in
This
there.
definitely shows that our relationship is going to be destroyed.
Healthy disagreement is okay in relationships. Anyway, I wanted to play some clips.
So this story has officially gone full circle. We talked about it about a month ago. JoJo Siwa was on Big Brother. She was canoodling up with a man who was not her girlfriend. She left the set and she broke up with her girlfriend back at home. So everybody was speculating, oh my gosh, is she going to get with the guy? Is she going to get with Chris? Is JoJo, for the first time basically ever, is she going to be with a man? And guys, it appears that that is officially the case. She has now made her relationship with Chris Instagram and kissing in public official. These are the things that she posted on social media. And then this is what onlookers captured while they are vacationing or doing something. They were in a pool canoodling. Now, she insists that they are not exclusive yet. They are just exploring. They're having a good time together. She changes her mind basically every day, so maybe it's a good thing that they are not fully exclusive.
Okay, just going to play that part. You know what this makes lesbians look like? That all they need to do is find the right man and they're straight. She went, I'm a lesbian, I love women, I'm a lesbian, look at these things, I'm doing lesbian. And then she found the right man and now she's in a straight relationship.
But she's not 40. She's not old enough to
but
be
do-
someone
but
that,
do you
that should be judged for changing
Changing
how they label themselves.
But do you think
She
that
hasn't had enough
most of the
sex.
public, do you think most of the public thinks that? Or do
I
you
think
they're
that
like,
most of
well,
the public
should.
should.
I guess she wasn't a lesbian, she was lying and appropriating lesbianism, or, all lesbians need is the right man.
I think the people who know are like the girlfriend who's had sex with her. I think she's probably the most. I feel bad for her. I feel bad.
you can't say her. They.
Okay, I feel kind of bad for they, but at the same time, this is the age, especially this day and age, is the day of experimentation, especially with your
why didn't she
sexuality.
say that?
Because she's been marketed to not say that. She's been marketed into saying, I am JoJo Siwa. I am rainbows and bows and sunshine, and you're going to love me because I'm a little girl. That's all I am. And I guarantee you this has to do with the fact that she's been marketed as a full woman, and she's only been around women. This is some type of experimentation because she's been so isolated in her life. She is exposed to everyone, but isolated into all of us watching her little conundrums. And then she decided to go on Big Brother, which is the worst decision anyone could make. There's going to be a day when JoJo Siwa either decides she wants nothing but attention or isolation. There's only two ways you can go, and it's extremes. Constant media attention, isolation. Because there's no way. If someone was talking about me like this over the fact that I was, like, confused.
She's experimenting. She's not saying that. She never did say that. That's the big problem.
But it should be assumed that women in their early 20s are going to experiment.
Kath posted a video basically alluding to Chris and I are the reasons that we broke up. That's not the case. That is not the truth.
JoJo Siwa has spilled all on her split with partner Kath Ebbs and addressed the rumors that things ended due to her relationship with fellow celebrity Big Brother housemate Chris Hughes.
Obviously, a lot of people think that Chris has something to do with it. Chris does not have absolutely anything to do with it. Chris and I are friends.
Appearing on the Vile Files podcast, JoJo first addressed Kath's claim that JoJo broke up with them at the celebrity Big Brother rap party.
They said I broke up with them at the rap party. That's not entirely the story.
JoJo says Kath originally said they didn't want to attend the rap party, and the two were going to have a chat the morning after. However, Kath ended up making a surprise appearance, where they immediately started having a discussion about their relationship.
And that conversation started immediate, and I was going to lead the talking, but then they kind of led the talking. And all I'm saying to every question they ask is, I don't know.
JoJo said the conversation then started to get heated.
And all of a sudden, we're at the rap party for Big Brother. I'm getting cussed out. It was the security guard kept turning around to me being like, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, because I understand where they're angry and where they're coming at me.
JoJo claims it wasn't her intention to break up with Kath in that moment.
By the, 16 times somebody asks you, are you happy? Do you want to end things? You're going to just spew your guts. And I was honest. I said, if you ask me tomorrow, I don't know my answer. If you ask me right now, my answer is yes.
JoJo says her answer was taken as a yes, and the two went their separate ways. After the breakup, Kath posted a since-deleted 13-minute video outlining their split, alluding to the reason being due to JoJo and Chris's relationship, which JoJo was quick to shut down.
We have a very great friendship. It's a very strange, you are meant to be in my life. We have a very special bond. It's genuinely unlike any friendship bond I've ever created. But my situations are completely unrelated.
Following Kath posting their video, JoJo said she spoke to them.
I said, look, if you would like to share what happened, if you would like to share how it happened, that's totally fine. It's your story. It's your life. Please do not lead to the false narrative that's already out there.
Two things I have to say, and then you can disagree with me, like you always do. What I want to say is that she said the breakup had nothing to do with Chris. I think that's an absolute lie, because in this video alone, she's lying, saying we're just friends, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. Okay, anyone with eyes can see you guys aren't friends. You guys were flirting the whole time in the Big Brother house. And that's absolutely why you broke up with her, because you felt guilty. Also, I feel bad for the ex-partner.
That's what
I think she got royally screwed.
It's sideswiped.
Sideswiped for a dude. Do you know how offensive that is? I don't know if the chick is a lesbian. Sorry, the they is a lesbian. But what I will say is if they are a lesbian, I would be so, and I have, because this has happened to me in past relationship where I've been left for a guy, and that burns, crushes your soul.
I came to terms with it a while ago when the first girl I really liked me, and then was like, well, you're not a guy, so. And that's when I kind of got in my head that if they want a man anyways, it wasn't going to work. And I'm very, very okay with that. I don't know if it's just because I've had it happen a lot, where you'll start something really good, and then you think it's going really good, and then they backtrack, and they're like, actually, this is scary, so I'm running away. And personally, for me, go. And that's, I guess, why I also feel this way about JoJo.
Yeah.
Leave the community, because now you're not in the community.
She identifies as queer now.
You're at least bisexual, and I don't hate bisexual people, but I haven't had a successful relationship with one. I want someone who is a lesbian.
Why?
It's been more successful for me, and because I feel like they have a desire for something that I can't satisfy. And that's another reason I'm so okay with it not working, is because I don't have what it takes to satisfy you.
Right. You don't have a penis and a vagina, and you don't look like a man and a woman at the same time.
No, because a man can go down on you, but a woman can't stick her dick in you and make it feel like an actual penis.
So what do bisexuals actually want then?
They want a man that goes down on them. That's it. I think that's really what it comes down, and not like that's only what it comes down to, but I think that a lot of it comes down to bisexual people want an attentive partner.
Yeah.
They don't care as much about looks as much as attention. Mm-hmm. And I can agree that some bisexual people might marry women, might marry men. But it's been hard for me to feel like I can fulfill my partner's needs.
Right. Unless you're dating someone who's an actual lesbian. Then you know exactly what they want.
It does also lead me to be very insecure. If I know that this person is actively bisexual, it makes me very insecure that I'm not satisfying them, I'm not enough, and that they are probably going to go looking for that sensation. I think, if not now, sometime in the future. Sorry.
I think she's saying that she's queer in order to save face because she did the lesbian grift for so long that if she fully backs out of the LGBT community...
She's transitioned bi. Like, you transition into your sexualities, and you always have bi in the way. Like, when you started realizing you like girls, bi. when I thought that like it'd be better to tell my parents that I was bi instead of gay because I thought they might think that was like more
Right,
opportunity.
right, yeah.
It wasn't. But that's the whole mental process. Is like they'll think it's better if I'm bi. I'll think it's better if I'm bi. You're also led down these roads, and especially people like JoJo Siwa have been, like I said, marketed to and pandered to and given money to believe that these things are real. To at least act like these things are real.
Yeah.
And so, can you blame someone whose entire fucking life was being funded by stuff like this?
I think that if you're an adult and you make these decisions as an adult, then you are partially to blame, yes.
She's barely an adult. What is she, 22 years old?
still an adult.
But barely.
It doesn't matter. Barely doesn't matter.
It does
Barely
when it
doesn't
comes to the
matter.
context of sexuality. You don't know. You're not supposed to be sexually active when you're under 18. So she's 22 years old. She's had 4 years.
So you're
two
saying
of which
that
might
she
have been
should,
with this woman.
She should take no responsibility for the actions
I never
of
said she
what
shouldn't
did.
take responsibility. I said that people might, I think she should identify with the fact that she's not a lesbian. And she should say, I was confused.
That would have solved like everything.
I'm not
but I
saying-
don't think she's ever said that.
I'm not saying she should be off the hook or anything. I'm not saying people shouldn't ask her about it. I'm saying that it's kind of something everyone goes through.
Well, maybe it wouldn't solve everything, but it would at least soften the blow.
It would show accountability. It would show acknowledgement. But at the same time, you got to realize. I mean, if what she's saying is true, and they are just buddies who like to hang on each other in public.
No, she's like hardcore in love with him. She even said it in this next video.
Either way, if she's not taking it as an actual relationship and it's just like this weird bond that they have, this weird friendship, you can't say that she's like married. She's not marrying the man.
No, but I bet you she would want to. Bet you she wants.
What point did you realize that you were feeling some person might be more than friends?
Loads of different times on different levels.
JoJo Siwa has shocked fans by revealing her relationship with Chris Hughes is no longer platonic. Speaking to The Guardian, JoJo was asked if their relationship was platonic or romantic. The singer responded and said, "It's not platonic anymore, and it's been a beautiful development, a beautiful connection, and I'm absolutely head over heels for him, and he's the same way."
Head over heels means in love, lady.
It doesn't.
Yes,
because
it
if I
does.
said I'm head over heels in with you.
Head over heels in love. That's anytime someone says I'm head over heels, it means head over heels in love.
I understand.
I'm head over heels liking them. That doesn't make any sense.
But if I looked at you and said I head over heels you, you would be like, what the fuck?
I would think you're in love with me.
The point of the matter is, she's in the honeymoon phase. She just started this relationship. She's probably just a little bi. Let her fucking do it. I don't know, like, I think the judgment on her is only gonna get her to do more like this.
Well, I don't think anyone will take her seriously if she goes back in to Lesbianville.
She's bi.
I know, at least. But you know what? I didn't see a lot of clips with her and this girl, but they just seem more like friends. Even when they were kissing, there was like, oh, there's nothing there. It's just like best buddies. But that's just my personal opinion.
Okay. I said my piece, I think.
Okay, like and subscribe, everyone. Join our memberships. Comment below and have a good day.
Ciao.